Hey guys, Jaclyn here, and I thought it was only appropriate after Roxanne and I's awesome day at Kentucky Speedway for the Quaker State 400. I was going to write an apology letter to NASCAR, but then I thought I need to make sure they understand my emotions here. So we thought we should do a video, naturally. Why am I apologizing to NASCAR? Well, my impression of racing was totally different than what it is now after going to a race. So, I made a list.
Of course you did.
I made a list, and I didn't lose it. So, I need to apologize to NASCAR because I was wrong about you. I was wrong about your sport. I was wrong about your fans. Now, I love any and all sports. The only thing that I knew about racing came from SportsCenter's Top 10 Plays, a little bit of a recap, and I follow Dale Jr. on Twitter, and I pretty much love him, and he's getting married, she's adorable, and I just wanted to meet her. I didn't get to see her, but I did get, like, this close to Dale Jr. when he was going, like, in his little golf cart up to the the driver introductions.
She's learning. She's learning.
Roxanne's filming. Roxanne was like my guide for the weekend. But I did get to see him, and he was going off to the race, and I was like, fangirling. I was like, there he was.
I have a bruise. I still have the bruise.
Roxanne, Kevin Harvick went by. That's Roxanne's guy. She literally hit the deck. After he had driven past, she hit the deck. I didn't know if she was breathing. I didn't know where her insurance card was.
Hanging on by a thread.
Yeah.
Hanging on.
She was dangling like a little tooth. But anyway, so here are some thoughts that I have after being at Kentucky Speedway, which, by the way, a big thank you to all the folks at Kentucky Speedway. Very hospitable, and we appreciate being there and can't wait to come back again. But I made my list. This is why I need to apologize to NASCAR. I was wrong. Here are some reasons and things that I noticed being at the race. One, NASCAR is like surprisingly and amazingly fan-friendly. So we were in the infield area for most of the day, and fans apparently can purchase different aspects and different areas of venues where they can go throughout the day. I didn't realize that, like, the cars are right there. Like, they brought the vehicles out for the inspection right by where the fans are. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, they just have them right there. The crews are there. You got to see all the different aspects of the inspection, which was really, really cool, especially for someone who knew nothing about the sport, just to come out and kind of see that. And I feel like that when you're a fan of a driver, you're a fan of their team. Now, I'm learning, so the driver's like the quarterback, pretty much. The crew is like the offensive line, and the crew chief is the head coach. So you have to take everybody, and they're all part of the team. So when you are a Kevin Harvick fan, you're not just a fan of him, you're a fan of his family and of his crew and of everything that's involved there. And I think that's really awesome. Another thing that I thought was cool is that you can get these little, like, radios, and all of the teams have their individual channel. You can actually listen to what they're saying, which I think is interesting because thank goodness you can't hear everything that I say when that microphone's off in that studio.
My.
It would be trouble, but how cool is that to kind of get the inside information on what's going on in your favorite driver when they're actually in the vehicle. So cool, right? Okay, number 2. Very tech heavy. So we got to watch them set the towers up for where they kind of watch the race and they kind of give the information. Jordan's laughing at me. He just walked up. Jordan, they know I have very limited terminology in the NASCAR world. I know that was rude, right? This guy's with me. So when they set the towers, they have all these computers and I mean tons of different just ways that apparently the vehicle itself kind of talks to the computer, and it kind of lets them know certain levels of different things and kind of what needs fixed in the car, what's doing this, what's doing that. I didn't realize how tech heavy it was. I mean, NASCAR is an extremely intelligent sport. Now, it's redneck engineering at its finest. I'll give you that. But it's amazing just how smart that the whole sport is and how everything correlates with each other. Okay, like I said, very smart sport. I didn't realize, I mean, just the tires, when we were kind of walking along the pit, there was a guy, sweet Craig, thank you Craig, Craig talked to us, thought it was crazy, and he was kind of telling me a little bit about what they do as far as kind of measuring. They have these different gauges that they measure different things, and it's how they can, beyond me, I can handle calculus, that's it. I can't hear tires, I don't know what they do, but very smart sport. Okay, now, I had a flashback and a hot flash.
I'm going to sit down.
Roxanne needs to sit. Okay, so we get there, and the crews start coming out, like bringing the gear, bringing the towers and the tires. I look at Roxanne, and I'm like, Is it a requirement you have to be hot to be on a pit crew? I've never seen anything like it. The only time I've ever seen anything like it is when President Obama was in the Tri-State last year. Apparently it's a requirement to be hot if you're in the Secret Service. Apparently it's a requirement to have at least 3 to 4 members of each pit crew have to be at least an 8. At least. And then they're coming out with their tires like, I'm doing this. I've never seen anything like it. And wait, who was the hot pit crew, Roxanne? We talked to him.
Michael Arnett.
Michael Arnett. I don't know how you did in the race, buddy. I'll be honest. I don't know. I'm sure it was great. But your pit crew, they get my award for hottest team. I swear to goodness, every one of them was hot. I just wanted to watch them. I was like, I'm fine right here, Roxanne. You go do what you want to do. I'm fine right here. Go get me a water. Get me something. Get me a beverage. I know. It's important. He says it's important. But Michael Arnett, the crew's looking good, buddy. Don't know how you're racing. The crew's looking good. And a big shout out to the guy on the kitty cat team, on Ryan Newman's team. They had, I know what it is.
Cat equipment.
Same thing. So we're waiting, like we're watching the vehicles, the cars get inspected. And so they're kind of all lined up, you know, they're in order. And Ryan Newman's team was there. And I'm like, this dude is hot. And he's like, he is posing. First of all, perfect hair. Gorgeous hair. Like, he looked like he could have been like a surfer or like an Abercrombie model. Okay, and this is what he does. He knows at this point I'm checking him out. I'll just say it. Been a long day. He's gorgeous. He's got his glasses on. So he's like, most of the guys are like sitting on their cars like this because they're going this way. What does he do? He's like, yeah. Like, he knows. Like, he's like posing on the car. And like when he's pushing the car, he's like,
do the hair thing.
He's like,
yeah.
I'm like, this dude knows we're checking him out. I'm checking him out. Roxanne wasn't. Don't worry
I thought it was a Hardee's commercial.
All he needed was a burger. That's
yes.
Right. But he was looking good. So whoever you are on the kitty cat team, you had those aviators on with the reflective lens. I saw you. I know you saw me and thought you were posing. That's okay. We enjoyed it. I don't mind it. I need to get my paper back because I'm hallucinating again. Okay. Oh, and lastly, I'd always heard, if you go to a race, you're going to love it. You're going to be hooked on it. I didn't realize it would be instant. Like, I thought it would be something to where I would have to go a couple times, really get a feel for it. It's amazing. I love it. We met up with this awesome family that works with the Richard Petty Driving Experience. They're doing a great job, by the way. They're the gardeners. They're awesome. Jim's going to take us for a ride or whatever. So they were like, let's go walk around. We'll show you where some of the people that stay for a couple of days are. So we went to Millionaires Row, met this amazing group of people from Western Kentucky, Joe and all of his friends.
Go Joe.
We love them. They had converted this old school bus into like the coolest hangout spot ever. And they were literally, like, this was the fence to the track. We were right here. We were here. Here was the fence. And then there's a car on the other side.
Tony Stewart.
Tony Stewart, bless his little heart, y'all. He ran right into this wall right here, and he's like looking at us like this. Like, you are Tony Stewart and I'm us. And he hits the wall. He hits the wall, and all I can think about is like cheering for him. Like, I want to give him like, you can do this. So I had not been drinking, and I'm like, you're okay. We're safe. Let's go. Like, and Roxanne's looking at me like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm just trying to give him a little get up and go. And he backed out of there and kept going. It was intense. I'm hooked. I'm definitely a NASCAR fan from here on out. Whenever they all took off, like whenever they went green, I've never in my life experienced anything like that. How do I not go every race? I'm in. Next time there's a race, I don't even know where the next one is. I'm ready. Oh, and I have to give a big thank you to our friends at PRM. Doug and Brad were amazing. Thank y'all so much. You kind of took us under your wing. Same thing that the Gardeners did, and we appreciate it so much. NASCAR, I'm sorry that I doubted you. You're stuck with me. I'm a fan. I'm a Dale Jr. fan. Kind of a Casey Kane fan. Casey Kane is like the Packers to my Titans. The Titans are always number one, but if they're out of it, I'm going to go for the Packers. So, Casey Kane, you're the Packers to my Titans. Dale Jr. are my Titans. Am I making sense? No? Okay. Yeah. Either way, I'm NASCAR forever. Sorry that I doubted you, but I'm now hooked.